Hi, I'm Steve Diggs, and listen, I want to invite you to be with us for the ReTooled and ReFueled Essential Christian Life Skills Seminar. This is going to be something very, very different from anything I believe you've experienced before, because we're going to grapple with some of the tough questions, and we're going to talk about some ways to do much, much better as we go forward with our lives. We're going to talk about how to overcome some of the things that up to this point have really held us back. You know, the truth of the matter is the world around us gives us a lot of bad advice. If you think about it, the world really says, look, if you want to be happy, you've got to have more of three things. You've got to have more stuff, you've got to have more sex, and you have to have more money, right? And if you have those three things, you'll be happy. That's what the world says. But isn't it fair to ask the question, if this is really true, why aren't all the happiest families in America living in Hollywood? Yet we Christians fall for this same line. So ReTooled and ReFueled is going to rethink, reset this paradigm. And really, ReTooled and ReFueled is a seminar that's designed for three groups of people. It's designed for those of us who are retired but want to really get refired. It's also for those of us who want to have marriages that last but kids who don't. And thirdly, it's for those of us who are in our 20s, the 20-somethings. And again, I don't stand on precedent here. I'm really talking about people from their teenage years all the way through their 30s. You see, this group of Americans is the group of Americans who have the most promise, the most potential, the most capability of any group that we've ever had. But they are also the most coddled, confused, and corrupted generation that America has ever produced. And today, many of these people, because of the culture that they've grown up in, are totally desensitized and over-sexualized, and honestly, they don't even know which way is up. So in ReTooled and ReFueled, we're going to begin to address some things that will change our lives forever for the better. The first of our 5 sessions is the session where we get acquainted with one another. I want to talk to you a little bit about success done God's way. We're going to deconstruct, reconstruct success, and rethink the whole paradigm. In that session, I want to talk with you a little bit about how success should work before God by sharing the 3 foundational principles of true godly success. Our second session, this is the session when we talk about overcoming the stuff that separates us. This is a session on conflict resolution. You know, in every relationship, there's going to be conflict, whether it's a marriage or with our children, people here at church, maybe it's at the job place. We all have conflict. The question is, how do we deal with it? Well, most people don't. Most people just live with conflict and their lives struggle on. Some good-hearted people try to come to compromise. The trouble with compromise, to be frank, is that compromise really only sends 2 people away, both half mad. What we're going to be talking about in ReTooled and ReFueled are 4 key strategies for resolving conflict, coming to true consensus. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The third session, that's the session that I call the fine art of mentoring. In the fine art of mentoring, I want to share with you the 6 secrets of the really great mentors, because I believe that every single one of us either needs to be a mentor or have a mentor or be doing both. That's the third session that we're going to be looking at in ReTooled and ReFueled. The fourth session, that's the session when we're going to talk about the money, the 8 keys to a worry-free money life. Precisely what do we do right here, right now, going forward with our money in this present economy? I want to share with you 8 essential keys to dealing with money and getting it done right so we can get it, give it, and grow it God's way. And in our final session, our 5th session, that's my favorite one. It's called Brand You. And this is the session where I'm going to talk to you about branding yourself. You see, I spent nearly 30 years in the marketing business, teaching businesses how to market themselves, how to brand themselves. And it's a fair question to ask. If businesses are going to spend millions and even billions of dollars branding themselves, trying to sell products to us, doesn't it stand to reason that maybe we Christians should learn how to communicate our own life message to the people that God gives us to love and lead in a more effective way? In this session, I want to share with you the 5 truisms of effective personal branding. We're going to have a lot of fun together in Retooled and Refueled, and everyone who attends is going to receive a very helpful workbook. When you go home, you're going to have a great packet of material, things that you can review and study and go deeper with. I want to invite you to be with us for the Retooled and Refueled Seminar. I'm Steve Diggs. I'll be looking for you. Get on the phone, call some friends. See you then.